Welcome back to this Moneycontrol live stream. You're watching Closing Bell with me, Nandita Khemka.
And I'm Yatin Mota.
Well, Yatin, fifth straight day of record-hitting market, given the fact that the Nifty has managed to scale that 19,400 peak, even though it ended just around that mark. But the Sensex also scaled that 65,500 mark. It's the broader end of the markets that saw some bit of a cool off.
Yeah.
You saw the Nifty Midcap index end in the red, but the small cap index held on to slim gains and ended with the gains of 0.2% or thereabouts. Among the sectoral movers, I think it was the PSU banking pack that again saw a good 2% up move coming in after yesterday's 3.5% gain. On the flip side, auto stocks were not doing all that well. In fact, the Nifty Auto Index was among the top laggards. Metals, of course, was also among, on the losing end. Among the Nifty gainers, you had the Bajaj twins. Bajaj Finance, of course, after strong Q1 update, saw a 7% up move. Bajaj Finserv following suit. Moto, of course, after the launch of X440, among the top gainers, up 4% or thereabouts. Tech Mahindra, NTPC, among other gainers. On the losing side, of course, Eicher Motors clocking its worst of a single day fall in over 2 years. Of course, on competition blues, Bharti Airtel, Grasim, Axis Bank, Divi's Lab, among other losers. On the Nifty 500, any movers you're spotting?
Now, Nandita, if you look at the Nifty 500, obviously the PSU banking lot was quite active on the entire market right now. If you look at PSU banks like Bank of Baroda, PNB, Bank of Maharashtra, on the anticipation that the first quarter earnings will be good, advances growth will be good, we have seen some momentum there. Now, apart from the PSU banking stocks that I mentioned, we had the likes of Aster DM Healthcare. That hospital chain was up by nearly 13.5%. Suzlon up another 9% in trade today. Obviously, on the flip side, we have IDFC First Bank post the merger announcement. That stock declined by nearly 4% and some bit of profit taking in the likes of BLS International as well as HEG. Both of these stocks down anywhere between 3 to 4%.
All right. On that note, let's talk about the stocks that are on our radar this afternoon. Of course, the two-wheeler pack in focus, given the fact that we had a new launch coming in from the Hero Harley stable, partnership. Yeah. And this was the first bike launch from, after their partnership. So X440 launched at a price of 2,29,000. That's the starting price, of course. And the top variant, of course, is priced at 2,69,000 or thereabouts. Now, Eicher, as a knee-jerk reaction, saw a 6% downtick, the biggest single-day fall in about 2 years or thereabouts. On the flip side, Moto, of course, clocking in 4% gains, on the back of this launch. Now, Eicher tumbled on the back of competition blues, given the fact that, Hero and Harley, they have come out with a premium bike, which is dominated by Eicher, now Royal Enfield. But now Eicher will face higher competition in the Classic 350 and Meteor 350cc bikes. Classic 350, remember, is sold between 1.9 lakh to 2.2 lakh, and Meteor 350cc is sold between 2 lakh to 2.17 lakh or thereabouts. So, pricing wise, it is giving stiff competition, and Nomura believes that Harley is looking to take significant market share in the premium segment, and that will result in a loss of market share for Eicher going forward. So that is one trigger as to why the stock of Eicher was down in the dumps today. Nomura also says that it is positively surprised by the very attractive pricing, and the consumers in the 350cc segment will find the pricing also very attractive. So, and don't forget that tomorrow Bajaj Triumph Speed 400 and Scrambler 400X India launch is also slated, and the pricing as well as India launch will take place tomorrow. So that is another thing that could keep the stock of Eicher under pressure in tomorrow's session as well.
Clearly, and Eicher Motors, obviously this was something which was already known, but I think the pricing at which Harley bikes are launched in India, which is above 2.3 lakhs, that is quite attractive, and let's see how the bookings really move up for this particular new product launch. But today, clearly the stock of the day was Bajaj Finance. In fact, both Bajaj Finance and Finserv had a strong rally in trade today. Bajaj Finance ended nearly 7% higher. Today, Morgan Stanley wrote a note on Bajaj Finance post its quarterly update. They see a target of nearly 9,250 on the stock, and given the fact that we have seen Bajaj Finance underperform for the past many months, Morgan Stanley believes that with growth coming in, the disbelief regarding the valuations as well as sustenance of growth come to an end. In fact, in the first quarter, Bajaj Finance provisionally announced a AUM growth of nearly 32%, which is quite strong. And given the fact that the range before this was 20-25%, 30% at best, we have a 32% AUM growth, which probably the market liked, and hence the very strong rally in the marketplace. So sequentially, good customer acquisition and also AUM growth lifts the stock of Bajaj Finance.
Right. Remember last year we saw Bajaj Finance underperforming the Nifty for the first time in 12 years. Of course, this year it has managed to reverse that underperformance.
Clearly.
But of course, we'll have to see how it deals with competition in the form of Jio Financial Services when it lists in September. So that is something that we'll have to watch out for when it comes to Bajaj Finance. The other stock on my list is HPL Electric. Now, this stock, surged 20%. In fact, hit a 52-week high. It has bagged a smart meters order worth 900 crore rupees. Now, with this order, the company says that the total pipeline order book now stands at 2200 crore rupees or thereabouts, which is a significant, pipeline for the company. Remember, this company is a leading provider of electric equipment, and it has the largest market share in India's electricity energy meters market. If you talk about the earnings, it saw a significant jump in its FY23 profit as well as revenue from operations. And stock, itself has surged somewhere around 50% in the past 1 month, and compared to last year, over the last 12 months, it has gained somewhere around 144% or thereabouts. If you look at the price to earnings, 31.8, lower than the sector PE, but return ratios haven't been all that healthy. But given the kind of order book pipeline it has, looks like it's on a strong trajectory for now.
Yeah, and this is one company which had some relations with Havells. The founder family of Havells owns HPL Electric. Obviously, then they sold the business later on to a different family. The capabilities or the plans have been quite aggressive for HPL Electric since the IPO, and now probably is the time wherein they could reap benefits, given the fact that the government really wants the transmission and distribution losses to come down, and hence companies like Genus Power, HPL Electric have been bagging orders for smart meters. HPL is a fairly large player in the smart meters space. Now, if you look at the other financial services stock which was in focus, we had IDFC Limited, wherein CLSA turned bearish. Now, despite the fact that the merger announcement was done, the shares of IDFC First Bank fell in trade by nearly 4.5%. CLSA has an underperform rating of this one with a target of 85. Now, CLSA believes that the merger ratio, which favors IDFC Limited, because the swap ratio was priced at 17% premium for IDFC Limited, has been disclosed. The announcement implies a holdco discount of 6.3% versus 19.5% implied at the current market price. Now, if you look at IDFC Bank's share count, that will decline by 2.5%, and the book value per share will rise by nearly 5%. But brokerages believe at current point in time IDFC Bank is fully valued. But if you look at Nuvama's latest report, the quant report, it suggests that the MSCI inclusion in the April month could be done deal for IDFC First Bank, and they are expecting flows of nearly 1500 crore rupees, which is broadly $180 million. So let's see, for the near term, there will be a trigger for MSCI, but moving ahead, probably the merger timelines with respect to shareholder approval, exchange approval, RBI approval, CCI approval, all of that should take another 12 to 18 months.
All right, that's one merger to watch out for after the mega merger of HDFC twins. Well, with that, we've come to the end of this edition of Closing Bell. But of course, stay tuned to Moneycontrol for all your other news and updates. It's a goodbye from me and Yatin. Thanks a lot for watching.